BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Hello, good evening to Abu Dhabi. This is the final time we're going to be visiting Abu Dhabi this week, and I must say it's been a very interesting couple of days, hasn't it? Gold was pretty immaculate. Silver was chaotic at the beginning, but a very much edge of your seat Grand Prix towards the end. What can bronze deliver here tonight, then? On the scene of round number 10 of the World Championship, then. Drivers and the constructors standings look like this for bronze, and it is Jay Hings leads the championship by a minute 4 points there from Brooksy in second position there. Both drivers are trading wins at the moment, trading podiums, trading fast laps, and all other kinds of ways to get points there. And Vintage certainly knows how to get points as well. Boy, another gift in of another membership as well. Thank you very much, Vintage. Another 200 points is coming into your account as well. I'm not bribed. I don't get bribed at all. However, I have failed a anti-bribery test for the second week running, so maybe it is a problem for me. Kiki in third position in the championship. A very quick cookie in qualifying is Kiki. However, unfortunately, Race Tune Kiki is just lagging a bit in terms of the points at the moment. 39 points separates Kiki and Jay Hings in the championship. 35 points separates Kiki and Brooksy. Smithy Almighty in fourth position. The only other driver in triple figures so far this season. 43 points away of the championship leaders for Smithy. Can Smithy gate crash that top three? Jake the Slayer in fifth position then on 70 points. Of course, Jake the Slayer getting his first ever Grand Prix win not too long ago in the second race season. Serious Mushroom in sixth, and he's not Milky Damper anymore. Serious Mushroom has been unbanned. Fantastic stuff. Sick as Muck in seventh position, albeit Sick as Muck has unceremoniously left ALR, unfortunately. As it's I think something to do with voting or something like that, unfortunately. But we'll see how that one transpires. But unfortunately for Sick as Muck, then that's such a shame. Well, hopefully he'll be back in. Hopefully back in soon. It looks like what happened is Sick as Muck pressed the race check in potential, but it looks like it hasn't registered there in Sick as Muck. Feeling a bit aggrieved by that, isn't he? 8th position, Marsky. 9th is Casal and Duncan Dave in 10th position, both Red Bulls in the top 10. Then Dynamo Dan in 11th position. I think he's finding his best form now. Dynamo Dan, can he keep it up? 12th position, Moomin Ninja in this first full season. Good stuff. FIFA Beefy on his return on 25 points, and Styles in 14th. Rocket League best result of his career last summer, and happy, and of course Rocket League, I hope he has a good race this week after he mentioned he didn't have a very good birthday, so fingers crossed that his race is good. I've lost my controller, that's not good. Oh, it's on the end of my headset. We have got Vintage in 16th position on 3 points, but if you quadruple that, that is how many points that Vintage really has. 17th position, Scooby Stew, Winnie, Swanshanks and Kaz all on 1 point. Casal currently in Sector 2. McLaren leads the Constructors' Championship, 96 points in front of the Williams team. Alpina in third position, the only other as Brooksy, goodness gracious me, has been disqualified. The championship leader is second in the championship is in major peril now. And well, the AI is not doing a good job either, so I'm not if whatever Brooksy did that deemed him to be disqualified, I think his AI should be disqualified as well. That is shocking stuff indeed for Brooksy, and that's an open goal now for Jay Hinks and Kiki to really home in now on that potential championship lead. Then, well, Jay Hinks already got the championship, so he could potentially extend us in the championship. And remember that can Kiki get himself further up into that second position, maybe even as the season starts to really hot up. Back to the constructors. AlphaTauri in fourth, Ferrari fifth, Red Bull in sixth position, 7 points separates Red Bull and Ferrari. Then we have a 10 point separates the Alfa Romeo we're on board with now, who's currently second. Kiki is on pole position, and not shocking there at all. A very quick cookie in 1 knot speed. Alfa Romeo in 7th position, Aston Martin 8th, 9th is Haas, 10th position is the Mercedes team on 23 points. Where am I? Dr. True Pots then just coming into the final couple of turns now, about turn 14, 15 and 16 then, albeit I'm in the wrong part of the lap there. Cross the line there, and Dr. True Pots goes third fastest then. FIFA Beefy goes second fastest, and there's a Williams behind of Jay Hings. 2/10 off the pace of Kiki, going for a 7th pole position of the season for Kiki. I've got to say, I think we're in a golden age of qualifiers at the moment today, ALR, aren't we? Box Style currently has got his 19th pole position of his career in in ALR. Fanjo got his 21st pole position of his silver career last night, and Kiki going for his 11th pole position, if my memory serves me correctly, of his career as well. Then, so goodness gracious me, we've got a lot. We have a golden age of pole sitters in ALR at the moment. Hello to you all. Hello to Goku. Good evening to Vince as well. Thank you very much for that membership, which Serious Mushroom's got, which is very good stuff indeed. Goku has given me a crocodile symbol there. Good stuff indeed. Then evening Rocket Lee as well, and yo to Slayer. Also, thank you very much to our newest subscriber and potentially our newest driver as well, which is definitely Duke. Thank you very much for the sub. Really appreciate that. Definitely Duke, and of course that edges closer to our aim of getting 600 subscribers before the season's out. Then as well, and of course I think also definitely Duke, I should say, is also a part. Is now part of ALR as well, then as a driver. So it'd be interesting to see how Duke does that when he submits his all the shebang he needs to. Submit and all that kind of stuff. And of course, it's not as easy as just jumping into the server these days. Of course, you've got to jump in the server, submit your time trials for Belgium and another circuit. I think it might be Hungary. And then, of course, give some racing footage as well. It's quite a lot of effort to begin with. So it's not as easy as just walking into a car and getting it on with the race. The main reason for that is unfortunately, in the past, I remember a Grand Prix in Miami quite especially, that drivers come in and ruin other people's races. The main reason why league racing ALR is quite successful, to be fair. I don't want to toot our own horn much, but I do love tooting. It's because of lack of drivers being absolute numpties. Albeit there's still a few, but hopefully it's all good, fine and dandy, isn't it? What happened to Brooksy? Evening to YouTube Vintage there. Check the start of the stream of my stream, Kiki. Vintage is saying that. So there's talking of streams actually. I was wondering why the lobby was shown when I was trying to start the stream tonight, and I didn't realise, but I was actually watching Duncan Dave's stream, which is I was like, what's going on here? So there we go. Goodness me, shocking behaviour indeed. Yellow flag on the back straight for one of the Haas cars, letting his teammate out the way. Rocket Lee out to the final turn. Rocket Lee across the line. Rocket Lee goes 7 fastest there, and I think Rocket Lee is going to have another bite of the cherry in just a few in a few minutes times, because Rocket Lee is a very quick customer on pace as well. They can pass out across the line, going for fastest there in the Red Bull. 9 minutes to go in this qualifying session, or 10 minutes to be precise. And ALR is the best then. Thank you very much, Vintage. I gotta say, Vintage is my second favourite person in the world at the moment now. Only behind the Colonel himself, the KFC founder, but Vintage is a close second. So very absolutely beautiful man indeed. I killed Vintage my accident, and I got disqualified there. Brooksy, shameful behaviour indeed. However, jokes aside, then that could be costly for no joking matter for Brooksy, but that could be costly from Brooksy's point of view, because as we mentioned about the championship, 4 points separates Brooksy and Jay Hinks at the moment. Kiki is about a further 30 odd points away at the moment, so I think Kiki is not out of it, not by a long shot, because this is around 10 out of 17. Now, the shortest season in ALR history. Now, this is not the shortest season for Bronze, though. Of course, we only had 9 races in Bronze back in Season 1, I think it was. And then we only had 11 races in Season 3 for Bronze there. So Bronze has had a bit of a mixed bag in terms of long and short seasons there. But this will be the 3rd shortest season in Bronze's history. Coming down the bike straight now. It wasn't intentional. I apologise. My bad. No worries. And as am I third? I'm always here. Slayer said, yes, you are indeed. You are my third favourite, Slayer. Especially if you post me an Easter egg as well, which of course my address is flat 1A Bridge House. Just watching Swan Shags as well. Goodness me. To be honest, I hope no one hates me, because that is like my real address. But then again, I think I'll be very impressed if you could get it for just the first line address. But having said that, I'm not a postman, so I don't really know much about addresses or anything like that. Hey everyone, hello Sean. Sorry I'm late. I'm not done a lot for trying to sort my TV out, so I'm not starting on it or starting down on it, so to speak. And on board with Slayer at the moment. Teammate Rocket Lee has improved by 7 seconds and is now up into 8th position. Rocket Lee is. But I'm surprised of how Rocket Lee started this session because he's usually quite quick out of the blocks. Then on board with Slayer, and look at that Mercedes right in the path there of Slayer. That is going to be a penalty, surely. No, listen, it's vintage. It's okay. We'll skip that. We did not see anything. Goodness me. Unfortunately, vintage might get that kind of might have been a slam dunk penalty there. Unfortunately for vintage there, but. Luckily, Farf's not here at the moment. There is Farf has gone to pick up his other half's car as it's broken down or something. So I think that Smithy Almighty has stepped in and sorted the lobby out and all that kind of stuff. So if anything funny happens and Smithy Almighty wins, then that's the reason why. So I'm board now with Slayer. Goodness me, I'm not painting the ALR admins in a good light tonight, am I? Shocking stuff. Now we're just coming into the technical part of the circuit as well. 6 and 3/4 minutes to go in this qualifying session, and there's accelerating away as well. I think that I'm sure I've seen a post on Instagram actually from the ALR chat about Duke joining us. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what Duke can do there. Hopefully that Sickers Muck will return because I'm a big fan of Sickers Muck. He definitely gets his elbows out, doesn't he? But I kind of like it. That of course I don't think the drivers do all the time. But if it's easy to pass then, or you're making it easy for the other driver, then yeah. Well, there you go then. But Kiki going faster still, and I think he's on course for his 11th pole position of his career here in ALR, which is good to do. But Kiki, I think, is going to be more concerned about the race trim itself. And it seems like pole position has been a poison chalice there, up and down the field, hasn't there? Because Glocks has had 7 pole positions this season, I believe, in silver, and unfortunately he's only won a handful of times, hasn't he? Same with Kiki, and Boxtal also getting a lot of poles as well this season there, but it's only got 2 wins to his name there. Kiki just coming back into the garage now. We've got just taking a look to see what Vintage is doing. Vintage down the back straight, and of course in terms of the track layout, it has been modified over the years, hasn't it? Of course, the first time the ALR raced on the modified circuit was back in season 8 after taking a hiatus. Taking a break, that would do. Taking a break, of course, is, we only had 1 season in 20 on the F1 22 game, which is unfortunate because I'd love to have the 10th season be on the new game of F1 23. Vintage going 10 faster on the slowest time runner so far, but Vintage, I think, was just getting his eye in there. Moomin there has already apologised in the chat for being a bit sluggish there, but I must admit, if I was as quick as Moomin sluggish, then I think I'll be a happy chap indeed. Moomin going for a lap now. Jay Hings is out on circuit. Let's see what the championship leader could do. Not a lot, because unfortunately, invalidating this time, out of deployment as well. You can tell from the telemetry or the graphic down in the bottom of the screen, and 3% he's on for Hings. He's got after. Is he coming in the pits? He is in the pits. Cassell looking very strong, and Cassell seems to be rags or riches this season with very good results, or very difficult results indeed. Then, of course, this is his 7th Grand Prix start there tonight. Did he start in Saudi Arabia? Because I've actually got a hole there, so maybe he had a DNS potentially. I'm not too sure. But whatever the case may be, for Cassell, I'll have to look at that after the stream. That's annoying me. We'll find out then. There's a tuss to finish that word, Sean. Thank you very much, Ted Tiger. I'm going to leave the complicated words for you guys in the comments. Actually, no, don't do that because I have to read them out. Cassar out to the final turn, and fuel light is flashing out. Do not worry about that, though. Across the line, going second fastest there. That's put the pressure on Jay Hings. He's still 2/10 of a second away from pole position there, is Cassar. But I must say that Jay Hings has now got 3 minutes. He has one more lap there, Jay Hings does, to really put on pole position there. Is I gotta say, it's like being in primary school, isn't it? When you're trying to tell me how to pronounce words, and of course both Ted Tiger and Sirius Rusham is trying to enlighten me on how to spell hiatus. Hiatus, that's it. So I don't know where I got the hiatus from, but Actually, let's not say that word anymore. Duncan Dave out on a lap mode. We got Smithy Almighty in fourth position on there. I don't want to be. I'm going to be honest. Let's go on the bandwagon. I think Smith Almighty a Grand Prix winner along with Slayer this season, going four fastest there. Smith Almighty is. I think the Smith Almighty, I think at the moment, is the most improved driver of all the drivers in the field. But should we be surprised because Smith Almighty showed flashes of brilliance in the end of last season, didn't he, for bronze? Maybe not be too surprised, but I think Smith Almighty is certainly going to be one of the favourites for that for those awards and coming up later on in the season. Um, as Slayer, and he loves how Tango tunes in for every race. Tango's tips then, or 10 Tango's tips then. Yellow flag in sector 3 then is one of the Red Bulls coming into the pit. So over the last 2 days, actually, we have seen a couple of, a lot of drivers getting 3-second penalties, haven't we, for coming to pit lane. But the question that because I must admit, I was thinking, yeah, that must be a glitch. But however, it can't be a glitch because this game's perfect. But also, I think that what also needs to be concerned is the drivers cut in the corner when coming into the pit lane. Because they might be, because those 3-second penalties might be warranted, to be honest. Here's Swan Shanks in the Haas car. Car 47 there, flicking it into 15, flicking it into 16. And across the line as well, over the tunnel, that's why there's a little hump there. Swan Shanks just around his teammate there, 4/10 of a second away from his teammate at the moment. Rocket Lee out on circuit, 3/10 of a second up Rocket Lee is at the moment, but a bit beyond the 8 ball in terms of the pace out there at the moment. Winnie's gone 8 faster than that Williams car. Good time there for Winnie. Rocket Lee back up into 7th now, or into 7th, I should say, because he hasn't been up to 7th just yet. Duncan Dave then second split time is coming up on screen, 2.6 seconds up in the second split time now. Let's see how this one goes then. Vintage, it's got to be between Smithy and Scuba Stuna, like Sean Vintage is saying there for most improved driver. Yes, I hear that, definitely, and I think I think that you can't really argue with that, can you? Because I think Scuba Stew, did I mention it in the Dutch Grand Prix? I can't remember what Grand Prix it was, but Scuba Stew has been fighting in the midfield, fighting like crazy as well. He's been, I do agree with that then. I think it's Smithy Almighty and Scuba Stew. And because Vince just said that now, I'm kind of not sure who to give that to, whether to give it to Smithy. Smithy has a Grand Prix win there, but the season's not over yet. Then Scuba Stew has, I think, gone from a back marker, no disrespect to Scuba Stew, to very much a midfield maestro. Oh no! And Kaz is is having issues there, and he's been disqualified there, and oh dear, that's 2 cars being disqualified in this session. He's also lost the nose cone of the Alfa Romeo auto qualifying. Checker flag is fluttering. Kiki, 202nd up in the first split time then. We're all about Winnie there. Winnie coming across the line now. I think the winning this second time is not good enough to improve. So, unfortunately for Winnie, that is where he's going to finish. Rocket League coming into the garage now. There's a Haas out there I'm going to look up. It is Dr. Truepot said a tenth and a half up then. For Truepot said out of the Latifi turn there, or the Gurman turn there, depending on depending on how long you've been watching ALR. Into the final turn now then for Truepot said a bit squirrely over the curve, but that's perfect there for Truepot. So right up in the 4th position. How tight is this grid? Good stuff indeed then. Well, FIFA Beefy just elevate himself out in the 4th position there. Marsky's gone into 7th faster than the second Alfa Romeo, or the leading Alfa Romeo tonight there. Slayer has gone into 10th position. Both Ferraris just about managing to get into the top 10 there. Well, I wonder if they might be a bit disappointed there. Jay Hings has found a bit of time, but it's enough for the front row. No, it's even better. It's enough for pole position. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Pressure's on Kiki. Can Kiki respond? He can indeed. It's another pole position then, and the Aston Martin down finishes in 7th position. But Kiki, 7th pole position of the season there for Kiki. Really well done indeed then. And that also means that in terms of his career stats, and that is Kiki's 12th pole position, not 11th. Shocking stuff. 12th pole position there for Kiki as well. I think that this man is on fire in terms of qualifying, and that is his 2nd pole position in a row after getting pole last time out in Saudi Arabia. And of course, Alpine are also on 7th pole position as well, as the second Alpine has not got a pole position just yet. That is pole position by 10th for a second there. from Jay Hings in second. Jay Hings delivered beautifully, didn't he? As second lap got invalidated, didn't it? And the pressure was very much on Jay Hings, but he responded. He's the championship leader. He has to respond, and he certainly has. But Kiki responded in kind there. We're getting pole position, the 12th pole position of his career for Kiki. Impressive, as that is in how many qualifying attempts has he had now? Let me get me in 43 qualifying sessions for Kiki. He's been on pole position 12 times now. Incredible stuff indeed. We're going for a break.
BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Welcome back. And we're now going for the race at Southend. Hang on, let me get all this gumph out the way. Lovely stuff indeed. Then, right, let's go for the grid a bit quick before I get distracted by other things. Then, right, and here we go. Then, so it is 29 laps around Abu Dhabi here tonight. Then it's a dusk race. Then, and every time I say dusk, I keep thinking about that song. Wasn't it by the who's that guy who used to be in One Direction, Zayn or something like that, wasn't it? That was a proper good song, wasn't it? But I'm showing my age now because, to be fair, I think that song's like 10 years old now. Goodness gracious me. Kiki pole position is 12th pole position of his career, and that means that in terms of individual leagues, he is only 9 away from Jay Hings now. But sorry, not Jay Hings, Fangio. But of course, Fangio had to take a sabbatical this season, didn't he? Jay Hings is alongside him on row 1. Jay Hings does not need to beat Kiki tonight. What he needs to do is just consolidate that championship lead. He's got a 39-point gap over himself and Kiki. So that is Jay Hings's target tonight. Is just to consolidate that championship. Surely he would love to win still, but Kiki won. Wonder if he's going to go into defensive mode now. I don't think he can really, can he, Jay Hings? I don't think taking it lax has ever been in his repertoire. But with championship rival and the man who's 4 points behind him, down in 20th position. Let's see how this one transpires. I've only got 4 more turns to get this sorted, haven't I? Casal, once again, then, as I said, then in the qualifying show, he's just so quick, isn't he? On some races, Casal's kind of in the midfield madness. Casal, though, I think if he gets the consistency right, he's going to be certainly a championship contender, maybe even the favourite next season. FIFA Beefy, great qualifying in 4th position. He's the highest on the medium tyres, along with True Potts in 5th, and Smithy in 6th position. Smithy's qualifying trim, not as good as his race trim, but he's still quick, isn't he? Dynamo Dan Hard, Marsky on the medium tyres, along with the both Ferraris of Rocket Lee and Sled. That's row 5. Winnie Swanshanks on row 6 on hard tyres. Duncan Davis parked a bit skew with Vintage in 14. Moomin, the only driver on soft tyres, the only driver this week to start on softs as well. Stars in 16th, Scooby Stew and Cirrus Mush in 17th and 18th. Kaz and Brooksy, the naughty drivers who got themselves disqualified. They're all lined up on the grids now. Let's get on with the race itself, and we are waiting for those lights then to set us off and to set these 20 raging balls off, and 4, 5. And it is going to be race underway now. And how has Kiki gone away well? Remember that we've got all 3 types of tyres out. Jay Hings has already taken the lead into turn 1. And FIFA Beefy, I'm going to sniff up the inside there. But Hings leads. And he's gone in front of Kiki on the opening stretch of this Grand Prix. And have they all got away safe and sound then? It's a very fast opening section of corners here. And Duncan Daver is swamping this there as they go down into the big stop of turn 4. It's a very wide corner there. then there's a multiple entries and exits there, so you should all be fine and dandy. And now Kiki has retaken the lead. He lost the lead 4 corners ago. He's retaken it now. But here comes FIFA Beefy using the medium tire to his advantage. And the top 2 does not want to have a... there's contact. And FIFA Beefy there, just a bit of contact to the side pod of the Williams car. But he's okay then. And now what about Winnie? Winnie has now got passed up 4 positions. Winnie is there. He's taken off incredibly well with Smithy in 8th position there. Both Ferraris, Rocket Lee down 3 positions there. We've also got Duncan, Dave and Swanshanks fighting with Vintage also defending his position as well. Winnie's up into 6th position here. Winnie is there. This is an incredible start there for the Williams driver. And Dynamo down in 7th position there, almost into the gearbox of the Williams car. Both Williamses are 2nd and 6th at the moment there. Great stuff indeed there from the Williams team there. Current's a complete lap 1. Kiki had a bit of a sluggish start off the line. However, he has retaken the lead now, and he leads after lap 1 then. Obviously, having made the fastest lap, comes Jay Hings, Dr. Truepot, followed by FIFA, Cassell, Winnie, Donovan Dan, Smithy, Almighty, Slayer, and Moomin completes the top 10. Up 6 positions now, Moomin is there. Slayer's down the order. What's happened to Slayer? Slayer's right down the order. That's an issue then. Slayer's off at turn 1 then, and not ideal at all for the Ferrari driver. He doesn't look like he's got damage to the nose cone of the Ferrari, but that is not ideal. Down into last position at the moment. They're down the back straight. No DRS yet. The DRS will be available at the next lap. Then is Cirrus Mushroom is having a good old scrap here with Vintage at the moment. Then look at that beautiful sunset, but the driver's not going to be concerned about that. Rocket League down, but dropped behind now. It's dropped behind Marsky, but Ferrari having a look there, but nothing more than that. Just a sniff. We've got Winnie there going over the off-camber chicane as well, all over the gearbox of the Aston Martin car of Dynamo Dan. Then there's no DRS yet. It's old school slipstream. Look at the top 3. The top 3 are starting to pull away from FIFA Beefy, Cassal and Dynamo Dan. Then and Dr. Truepot said it's certainly going to be after a difficult Saudi Arabia Grand Prix for Dr. Truepot there. Unfortunately ended in retirement there. He wants to stamp his authority in this one. Top 3, look at that. That's about a 2-second buffer already in this one. Look at the top 3. They're just scampering away from FIFA Beefy. That just shows how incredibly quick the drivers are. And Brooksy's up 6 positions there. Jay Hings has set the fast of the race and followed by Dr. Truepot. So had a lightning lap there, didn't he? Where's the second McLaren? Oh, here us, and he's in 14th position at the moment. DRS has now been enabled then. FIFA Beefy is a 2.5 back though, unfortunately for the Aston Martin. He is not going to get DRS from the front trio, which could leave him very vulnerable down the back straight. There's 2 DRS zones down this back straight as well. There's the first one. You can see that board, the DRS detection board that, and the rear wing has opened for Jay Hings, and Jay Hings is going to be all over the gearbox of Kiki. Kiki, I think the pressure's on Kiki to win this race tonight then, with only 6 races to go then, but he has repelled the attack just about them as the 2 Aston Martins are going scrapping them. Where is FIFA? FIFA is on the outside then, and FIFA's trying to squeeze back in, but Cassal's also involved then. Cassal's down 3 positions here. Dr. Truepot has passed Jay Hings, and look at Cassal! My goodness me! That is bold! And is it going to be beautiful? No, listen there, but he is still up into 5th position now. Dr. Truepot's now at 3 positions, flying through the field. Nice indeed. Smithy in 7th position there, just keeping an eye on the 2 McLarens there. Who is that there? Is that Winnie having a look on the end? No, it's Moomin there, using those soft tires to his advantage there, flying through the field, up into 8th position now. Moomin is there. A great start for the AlphaTauri driver. There's Brooks in the background, up 7th position as well. Moomin and Brooks have been the biggest movers and groovers so far in this one. That 4 of this race now. Let me get the tyre strategy up. There is the tyre strategy at the moment then, and it's been a very clean and tidy start. Apart from Sarah had initiated at turn 1, everything else has been all fine, and it's been all fine and fruitful so far. On board with Smithy as he's having a look, but nothing more than on Dynamo Dad. Remember, them 2 clashed in Bahrain, in Belgium a few races ago. And what's happening there? Scuba Stew dropping down the order, but he's going to have a lunge on the inside of Styles here. Styles is going to go on the outside. Contact, and both have come to blows, and Scuba Stew has taken a huge bite out of the side pod of the Alpine car. So Smithy Almighty has passed Dynamo Dad. Lovely shot for the nose cone here in the Aston Martin. Smithy Almighty is on the medium compound tyres there. I did not see who else got past there. I'll have to keep an eye out then. Now then, he is going to be very vulnerable indeed. That is FIFA has dropped down the order. Cassal's made his way up into the full position. The lead has changed then, as now it is Dr. True Potts leads on the medium tyres then. Is Kiki going to be concerned about that? I'm not sure if he is just yet. Rocket Lee. Whoa, car is off the circuit of Marsky as 2 into 1 does not usually go through the fast right-hander there. And Marsky dropping all the way down into 17th position. But I don't think there's any damage there. True Potts leads on the medium tyres, and it's 2 hard tyres of Kiki with Jay Hinkson. Then we got Casal. Whoa, I'm off my poof. And then we've got FIFA Beefy and Smithy Almighty, both on the medium tyres. Winnie followed by Moomin, but look at that, he's a second back now. Moomin is from Winnie. Winnie's having a great drive out that one. My early contender for driver of the day. Big breath. Got to get some air into these lungs then, but Rocket Lee is not going to let me get any air then because he's going up the inside. Yes, it passes the AlphaTauri. That to me tells me that all Moomin's tyres are perhaps starting to fall away. Only 5 laps on the soft tyres. Casal is going to have to get the fence there, but FIFA Beefy is having none of it, then flies past the Red Bull, and so does Smithy as well, but Casal's on the harder tyre here. Of course, that means that it's more durable, but unfortunately it is not quick at the moment there compared to the medium compound tyre. Winnie's also in this part as well. There is Winnie. As we mentioned in the past there, Winnie, when he practices, he is lighting in a bottle, and he is certainly lighting a bottle tonight, and up into 6th position there. The Moomin dropping down the order because Moomin down into 10th position because up into 9th goes Dynamo down. That's going to be contact then. Very close to being contact there. Moomin really putting the squeeze on the Aston Martin. But the Aston Martin is true. Moomin on the soft tyres, unfortunately, and Moomin is going to struggle. Brooksy in 11th position and just outside the points head after 5 laps. Brooksy is up 9 positions at the moment there. Very good progress so far. Very impressive indeed there for the man who's second in the World Championship. And remember, Brooksy will be looking to keep an eye on Jay Hings. That issue in the qualifying has cost him track position and a good opportunity there to get a good qualifying in. But going through the field now, then getting past Moomin. Moomin's got a 3-second penalty. Moomin's going to be feeling very disgruntled by that though, as maybe Moomin was forced off wide then. Moomin in 11th position there as dropping down now out of the points that Moomin is. I think it's going to be a slippery slope now for Moomin with Duncan, Dave and Sirius Mushroom all over the gearbox. Kiki has retaken the lead then into the big stop of the chicane, but DRS activation point is here, which means that now the shoe is on the other foot then, and it's Dr. True Potts with some DRS now. Jay Hings had just very happy just watching his competitors slipstream, drag, overtake and re-overtake each other. Then Winnie up into 5th position now. My word there, Winnie has certainly had the shredded wheat this morning. Fantastic stuff indeed there. Let me read some comments then if I can then, as Dylan, the former bronze world champion and my former teammate as well, because I say that because I took Dylan out in the Brazilian Grand Prix and he still went on to win the championship. That just shows how much of a hero he is. If there's no safety car in the next 2 laps, the 2 stops is not viable. Dylan is saying that. Oh goodness gracious me, that is going to be that could be very interesting indeed. That Moomin is saying that they did not select the soft compound tyre. So interesting stuff there from Dylan then. So saying that the 2-stopper is not viable. Remember, Dylan did a 2-stopper last night. Technically a 2-stopper. When starting the hard tyre, safety car early on then, and got box for the medium tyres and did another stop for the medium tyres as well there. Did Dylan then finish 3rd in the end, I think it was, or 2nd position, something like that. Unfortunately, Farf is on the podium as well, which is never a good sign, is it? It's Hings and True Potts makes contact, and True Potts are having to back out there, and True Potts has lost an abundance amount of time, and he might be out of DRS as well. He is out of DRS there. And Jay Hings now in 9th position there, so but he still got DRS there because that was after the activation zone. But True Pot, and look at Winnie, look at Casal. My word, there's 3 abreast going down now, and Winnie is up into 4th position. My goodness me. This is the kind of performance we expect from when Winnie gets the practice in, when Winnie gets the car set up right. Winnie is an unstoppable force. He is up into 4th position now, and the Williams team are very much celebrating with the amount of points that is on offer. However, we ain't even at half distance yet, and so anything can happen still, but Winnie, brilliant performance so far. Casal 5th, FIFA 6th, followed by Smithy and 7th, Rocket Lee in 8th position. Serious Merchants got past teammate Moomin, and Avenue 12th position now. Moomin's in the pits after going on the soft tyres earlier on then, but as I think we just read in the comments, Winnie Moomin did not want those tyres. Kiki still leads, but Jay Hings just about in DRS range at the moment. So Jay Hings is just about in DRS, but I think that we might have to keep an eye on this battle here. Winnie has not been able to drop Casal at all out of the technical sector, of the technical final sector. Now Casal is probably going to be, not Casal, Winnie is going to be looking in the wing mirrors. Casal up into 4th position there. FIFA Beefy, who's being challenged by the McLaren Mercedes driver. There is Smithy Almighty trying to go up and under. Brooksy's in the top 10 now, and on this gaggle of cars, there's True Pots. About 2 seconds away. True Pots, has he got issues there, True Pots, as he's lost an abundance amount of pace in this race. So Rocket Lee, 8th position there. Casal, no, Winnie back past Casal. Incredible. And wow, what good race in there. Is Casal going to have a look? No, he has a sniff, but nothing more than that. Winnie up in the 4th position there. Best results, best performance so far from Winnie. And remember, in the last couple of races last season, Winnie was quicker than a hiccup, and he is showing out here tonight. Good stuff indeed there for Winnie. And of course, as we mentioned then, Winnie can certainly on this day win any Grand Prix. He is a Grand Prix winner already, potentially should be a 2-time Grand Prix winner as well, if he didn't have the issues in Baku last season there. Look at this gaggle of cars now then. So we have got Winnie leading this gaggle of cars along with Casal, FIFA Beefy, Smithy Almighty, followed by Rocket Lee. Brooksy is involved in this. Dynamo Dance dropped right down to the back of the crocodile here. Mushroom is in 11th position and 3 seconds back. And that Ferrari of Rocket Lee, yellow flag. Stars is in trouble. Stars is in trouble. Yellow flag is fluttering. Oh, he's off at the final turn, and Stars is out of the race. Did he get on the power on the curb there and is retired the car? Scooby Stew is just coming to the pits, going to the medium tyre set. Now this is going to throw the cat amongst the pigeons there. And I'm wondering, then the hard runners might be a bit. They should get the tires to the end from here for the hard runners. Not ideal though, is it? I'm reckon that the hard tires might. I reckon the hard tires might be a better tire towards in there. Styles out of the Grand Prix. Very disappointing there for Styles in the second Alpine car. Teammate Kiki currently leading this race there. Dr. True Pots, who is on the medium tires, is now going to switch to the hard compound tires. Moomin not happy as the safety car's out a little earlier than what Moomin wanted, or too late, I should say. So yes, they're going to take this opportunity to pit now because I think it's a no-brainer. And into the pits they come now. So Kiki in the pits there, and I think that the Alpine team are going to get the medium tires ready now for the Kiki and for Jay Hings as well. McLaren, this is going to be interesting because look, Smithy's in the pits, Brooksy in the pits as well. Brooksy is going to be held up here. This could be costly for the championship. I keep saying the championship leader for this money second. Tricky one for the hard runners there. Dylan is saying as it's going to be unfortunate. Look at this, Brooksy is going to be held up. This is a nightmare for the for Brooks there. Probably qualifying. This is why you want to be on the road before your teammate. That's the problem with having two competitive teammates. Actually, I think I'm being a bit of a drama queen here, aren't I? Because Brooksy's still in 10th position. He's only lost one position, Brooksy has there. So it's not as bad as what I thought it was going to be there. Moomin there has wrote a bit of an essay. I'll read that in a minute. Got Dynamo down in 11th position there. Alex is Vintage in 12th there. Duncan, Dave, Slayer, Swan Shanks. Yellow flag is, I think it's on the safety car actually, moving out of the pits now. Kat has also coming out of the pits there. And just as now we got the safety car. Kiki. Let's take stock. Kiki leads with Hings in second position there. Both on the medium tyres now. Third position. We got some overtaking going on for some reason between Winnie and Casal. This always ends in tears, doesn't it? As then it gets a bit confusing. Anyway, lap 10 then. So Jay Hings and Kiki both on the medium tyres. Those medium tyres are going to be stretched quite a long way. They may struggle towards the end. Then Dr. True Pots could be in the box seats at the end of this one. Winnie in fourth position on the medium tyres. Casal and FIFA both on mediums as well. Fifth and sixth position. Smithy Almighty and Rocket Lee has gone hard until the end of the race, and that could be good, good paid dividends there. Serious Mushroom in 9th position on the medium tyres. Brooksy in 10th position on the medium tyres as well. Everyone is now on as we've got more overtaking going on here. Then after this, medium tyres all the way down to Marsky. So Dynamite down 11th, Vintage in 12th, Duncan Dave 13th, with Slayer 14th. Swan Shanks is in 15th position. 16th is Kaz, 17th is Scooby Stew. Got a penalty on footage for Scooby Stew. Marsky 18th on the hard tyres, and 19th is Movement. Also penalties as well for Movement. We got Camaro. I would go softs and medium. Camaro saying that, and also True Pots will go to the end of Movement saying about the issues in the pit lane. Unfortunately, we've had that issue all the way through the week, then. So make sure you got your race director, your race director at the ready then at the end of this race, and for any 3-second penalties to be removed there. Of course, I was saying at the beginning of the broadcast that potentially his drivers actually cut in the white lines when they come into the pit lane, because to me, this is why I'm not an admin, to me, I would say that potentially you should be a bit more careful coming in the pit lane. However, that's me, and remember that I think the Codemasters games is always a perfect, isn't it? Out of the pits now comes Kaz, and on his way on the hard tires. Kaz, it's an interesting strategy there. Got screwed, had issues in the pit lane. Slayer is saying, and on lap 2, happy with any points there after P20 there for Slayer, and because we seen what happened in turn, we didn't see what happened on lap 2, unfortunately, but in turn 1 there. But Slayer getting, by the looks there, was had a swap enter. Gosh, I can't speak tonight. Goodness me. To be fair, I've used a lot of brain power today, as I had a bacon roll or two. But I had to do it with proper money today, which is very unusual because I forgot my card. Whoa, safety car's in the end of this up. Goodness me, I haven't even finished my monologue. Right, lap 11. We're going to be going just a minute, just a jiff for that. Moving and saying, and Jake, by the way, the game lagged for me when I was on the inside, my point of view. Clean move, but it spoke. So sorry, so it looks like we had a bit of a lag bubble. Do we still call it lag bubbles? I'm not sure. But whatever the case may be, unfortunately, Moomin and Slayer did come to blows in turn 1. Whether that might be a trip to the stewards for both drivers at the end of this one, unfortunately. As we're going to the beautiful hotel, which I don't think I could afford. I could afford the hotel on my ALR salary of chocolate cream eggs and all that kind of stuff. Right, we're going to be racing in just Jeffrey Kiki on medium tyres along with Jay Hings. Jay Hings is his direct rival tonight. Well, we're going already, goodness me. Kiki is not hanging around at all then. So Dr. True Pots and the hard runners of Smithy, Rocket Lee and Marsky and Kaz, it's just going to take a while to get going then, of course, to warm up those tyres, and so the medium runners are going to fire up quicker at this stage then. So the top 2 have just flown away, winning all over the back of Casal as is basically battle resumes here for the battle for 4th and 5th position there. And look at this, and Winnie all over the gearbox there. Winnie at the moment his best result, if I have a quick look there, was 10th position, I believe. Back in the opening race in Silverstone. As we don't know, Winnie, I don't think he got that fast up. He's not been in the top 10 so far this season. Winnie has now, but this is a great performance so far. Brooksy alongside Serious Mushroom tonight, but this now for Brooksy. This is crucial now in this championship campaign. I think it's mission critical. We have 7 races to go after this one tonight, but with Jay Hings potentially extending the championship to almost to almost half the almost a win here. Well, actually more than a win, isn't it? Serious Mushroom and Diamond Dana. We've just seen Dr. True Pots lose out 3rd position there to Casal. They're all on the medium tyres. The hard runners are strung to fire the tyres up at the moment. And Slayer on the outside there. Slayer done it. That's incredible. Winnie's got a 3-second penalty. That is costly for the Williams driver potentially. Then that is going to put a bit of a skid mark on his performance here tonight. Jay Hings has set the fast up the race as we cross the line once again. Jay Hings is now putting pressure pressure on Kiki. If Jay Hings finishes second now, the gap will be 26 points, which is a win and a fastest lap point then, which will be the gap between himself and Brooksy if it finishes like this now. But Jay Hings wants to strike with Brooksy down in ninth position. Well, Brooksy's actually scoring points, so it'll be 24 points, not 26. But Brooksy, though, is trying to get himself through the field and is having a lunge on the inside of Rocket Lee and past Rocket Lee and up into 8th position there. So Brooksy is next, targets his teammate Smithy Almighty then. And I don't think Smithy Almighty is going to put too much of a fight, is he? Because with his teammate and championship rival right behind him, Serious Motion getting past Rocket Lee and into 9th position there. Serious Motion now starting to make some moves in this Grand Prix. Jay Higgs is starting to make some moves as well. Dynamite down. Rocket Lee is tumbling down the order there. The hard runners, the hard tires is really struggling out there. With Rocket Lee is now dropped from 9th position all the way down into 11th so far. Jay Higgs has not got past the Grand Prix leader yet. Winning, putting pressure on Dr. True Pots here. Can he and Duncan Davis also getting penalties as well. Brooks all over the gearbox of his teammate Smithy Almighty. We just got Serious Motion all over the gearbox as well. Smithy Almighty on the harder tire. Well, then the quicker tire is Brooks at the moment, who is on the medium tires and on board with Brooksy now into the final turn. Then DRS has now been enabled. Then and there it is. And there's the McLaren switch. Then as we mentioned, it's to be fair, that is exactly. I think that's the right thing to do, isn't there? Some people could be complaining about that in terms of course they're all meant to be out there racing each other, but when your teammates when you're on different strategies, it's all about the constructors maximising the points then, and the McLaren team are doing just that. Then that's exactly the right call, I think, for Brooksy to get past on the medium tyres. Well, Smithy Almighty's day will come later on, I feel, when the harder tyres becomes the preferred race tyre. Swan Shanks is swap position there. On the outside goes Jay Hings. Will make that the inside, and he is through. But Kiki will have the DRS on this part of the circuit now. As unfortunately, I don't have an off-board camera on there. But look at Jay Hings. He has taken off, and look at Casal and Winnie. Look at this, and they're all starting to bunch up now. I think that the drivers in front are going to have to. Yellow flag in the background. Duncan Davis pointing the wrong way, and Duncan Davis recovering now, but an issue in the second chicane. The top, look at this, and the top 4 or 5 is separated by less than DRS, the DRS detection at time point then, which means that they all get DRS out, and that's not ideal for Kiki or Jay Hings, is it? Look at that, who's out? Winnie all over the gearbox of Casal here. Winnie is very much feeling like he wants a podium tonight, doesn't he? Absolutely climbing all over that Red Bull like a bad suit then. Where is Brooks here? So Brooksy's in 7th position. He does have a penalty, Brooksy does. We'll take a look at the penalties later on in this race, but Winnie at the moment flying out there. Winnie also has a penalty as well, unfortunately. 5 drivers currently has penalties, and on board now then. So the gap in the front is now 5 tenths a second. They was climbing all over each other at the end of the back straight. Then Dr. Truepot's doing a great job on these hard tires. He has lost 2 positions then since the restart after the safety car, but those hard tires, I think, and Dylan and me both think that those hard tires are going to be the better race tire at the end of this race. And back on board with Kiki in a second position there. Marsky and Vintage there are also scrapping away as well, and Marsky is through, passes Vintage up into 13th position now. Marsky is after having a cropper earlier on this race, happy to be coming through the field. Smithy Almighty is under the caution now, and goodness me, I think I need to be watching the other one. Here it is, and I've also missed something else there as well. Goodness gracious me, FIFA Beefy has passed Brooksy. No, Brooksy has repelled the attack. No, it's FIFA who's repelled the attack there from Brooksy, and Brooksy doing a lot of harvesting then. Of course, he's got a lot of battery then he's going to have to harvest now in this final sector of this race set. Winning now all over the gearbox once again, Casal, but Casal he's just about keeping his third position. It's great driving, great racing from both drivers out there. Love it. Absolutely magnificent stuff indeed. Scooby. Oh, goodness me. Scooby Shoo's got another 3-second penalty. Unfortunately, Scooby Shoo had a bit of a difficult race here. As Scooby Shoo in the wall. That's debris all over the circuit. And Scooby Shoo, oh dear, out of the race there. The wheels off. Has there been issues between himself and any other drivers potentially? A VSC for Duncan Davis. It's a safety car. Full safety car here now. And oh dear. That's not ideal, is it? As into the pits comes Duncan Dave onto the medium tires. This has changed this race up a bit, hasn't it? And unfortunately, that looked that did look a bit shady as well from Scooby Student. But we didn't see what happened to begin with. We didn't see the issues, but we'll find out. We'll find out what's going on. Moving it said that the tires were gone already. I can't believe that. That's incredible. The amount of wear that Movement's put through through those tires. That's incredible stuff. Right, safety car is out. What is the driver's going to do now? Is it going to be about track position or is it going to be about tyres? And this is a difficult situation. Just over half distance then. If you've got another set of medium tyres, you might have to come into the pits and throw another set of medium tyres on. But potentially, you do not want to give away track position here. What are your rivals going to do as well? I think the hard runners might think about coming to the pits and throwing on a set of medium tyres. I'm wondering though, what about the medium runners? So this is not going to outdodge True Pot Store. Into the pits comes Jay Hings and Winnie as well. So yes, they're all following each other into the pits, and so it should be Dr. True Pot's got a 3-second penalty. But we have heard about this. About this issue coming into the pit all week. Make sure you have your race director. Look who has stayed out. Serious Mushroom, Slayer's also got a penalty as well, but to keep your race director on. Serious Mushroom is going against the groove, against the grain, and it leads this race head. So Serious Mushroom, look, Casal's on the soft tyres there, and 5-second penalty. We've seen a lot of penalties pop up there. The True Pod's out there. Where's Brooksy in 8th position, Dynamite down 9th, and Rocket Lee in 10th position. Smithfield Mighty this time has been held up. Then some turnabout's fair play. Smithy held up Brooksy. Now Brooksy has held up Smithy, hasn't he? Goodness gracious me. I don't think they're going to be sending each other a Christmas card list at the end of this one, are they? But soft tyres for Casal and for Marsky here. Jake the Slayer has gone on hards. I wonder if that's because the Ferrari drivers have run out of hard tyres potentially. And the same with FIFA Beefy, also on the hard tyres. Duncan Dave, is he going to get out in front of Kaz? I don't think he is. Kaz is just going to be out in front then. Another safety car at the moment there, as the race is going from dusk till night now, isn't it? Duncan Dave has gone in front now. Lap 17 and safety car will be out for a couple of laps, I think then, so around lap 19. Remember that the soft tyres on Moomin's car did not go very long at all. 6 laps and the tyres are completely done. However, remember that that was earlier on the race and there is not much rubber laid down there from the Pirelli tyres, and of course, as we got overtaken again then, no overtaking on the safety car. That is quite strict, isn't it there? But that's not looking good at all. Of course, as I just accelerated out of the new turn 9 there. Who's officer? Dr. True Pot's getting off the circuit. I think just trying to give Casal back position there. Get back to position there. So it's Serious Mushroom on the medium tyres. Now, it's the only driver that elected to stay out on track then. So Serious Mushroom was more concerned about track position rather than his tyre wear. So Serious Mushroom then rolling the dice. A lovely helmet, by the way. No, Serious Mushroom's in the pits now. So Serious Mushroom in the pits there. So maybe that may have been the wrong call then for the AlphaTauri, because the Serious Mushroom's going to be right down at the back of the field then. Oh dear, camera race and the softs will be hard. Will be hard at the end. Then I don't think they're going to turn to hard tires. I think the camera is saying that it's going to be tough to get those tires at the end. Serious pressure around the pits now. So major mistake for the AlphaTauri team, I feel. And so Serious pressure coming out the pits now. Vintage in the pits on soft tires as well. Then I think the Vintage also rolling the dice out. I do agree with Camaro here. I think that the soft tires are going to struggle to get to the end there. Serious pressure staying on the medium tires now. So it's status quo then, almost then. Apart from Vintage and Serious Mushroom are good in the track position. We don't know what happened in the AlphaTauri garage, but what we do know is that Serious Mushroom is going to be absolutely seething at his mechanics there. I don't think Laura Mecki is going to be is not a part of the AlphaTauri just yet. So, but I would not go up against Franz Tost, because he is probably the one of the most scariest gentlemen in the pit lane. I think he is the scariest man in the pit lane. If to be honest, I think I'd rather not go toe to toe with. I'd rather not go toe to toe with. With Franz Tost then. So I think the safety car should be in at the end of this lap. Then they will be racing in just a jiffy. Let me give everyone my notifications there. Moomin, it's been 2 weeks since playing the game, to be honest, Sean, due to personal reasons. I've not had my console all week then. Doing a good job though, doing a good job though, Moomin. Good stuff indeed then. Scooby Stew as controller disconnect there, which is why having issues there coming in. Why I had issues there. And why it looked a bit strange there, hitting at the wall there for Scooby Stew. Sorry, Scooby Shaw, I caught you red-handed. If it did look very suspicious, didn't it? It's the safety car coming in. Oh, I've missed all that shocking stuff indeed. Then France tossed. You want some movement? Is that threatening France tossed? To be honest, movement better you than me. I would not go up against that man. It doesn't matter. Even if he is a bit of a, even if he is becoming a bit old now, I can't say much, can I? But yes, I still lose against France toss. We're racing. Let's go. And so this has really changed the dynamic of the race now. Hings leads. Second is Key. Third is Casal, followed by True Pots, Winnie, FIFA Beefy, followed by Brooksy, Dan, Lee, and Sirius. Nope. Smithy Almighty. That is your top 10. Hard tires for FIFA. Soft tires for Casal. The rest of the field is on the medium tires in the top 10. And Kiki in a turn of pounds fair play now because Kiki's all over the gearbox there, going for the lead in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Fighting. No DRS yet, and so DRS will be available. Casal's got a 3-second penalty. Those penalties are starting to rack up. Going side by side. Kiki retakes the lead. It has been a battle royale at the front there. I'm all for it as well. As they break down, then True Pots is getting past Casal. Casal is going to be a bit unhappy at that because, of course, he's on the soft tire, and Casal's had issues there. I'm not sure if there is contact or whatnot. I was saying he would have been a bit unhappy about losing that position because of the soft tires, but Dr. True Pots has forced his way through and up into third position there. Winning down to fourth, Casal fifth. Brooks is mates with him, sixth, and getting past FIFA Beefy. Dynamo down all over the gearbox. Remember what the McLaren team did? I wonder if the Aston Martin team might do the same, might follow suit here, where FIFA Beefy on the hard tires and Dynamo down the mediums. Maybe you'll see FIFA Beefy let his teammate go here tonight. Of course, we've seen a lot of slipstream as well, didn't we, in gold on Sunday between the two Ferraris, I believe, and of course, so we could potentially see a bit more teamwork there, which is all very interesting indeed. Kiki is at the far side of the race there on the front turn. Dynamo down all over the gearbox of his teammate at the moment, but I'm going to stick with Winnie at the moment there, who's been the star of the show so far. The only problem, the only blemish on Winnie's incredible pace tonight is that black and white flag next to his name, and that means that he has penalties. And we'll take a look at the penalties in a minute because Winnie is going for it. He's having a look there on the inside, passes Dr. True Pots and moves his way up into third position there, only for a minute bit of time because I think True Pots has got a good run. No, he hasn't there because now they're going side by side then, and Winnie takes a position, cuts across the Haas car and moves up into third position there. Can the Haas have a look there? Not quite then. Two Aston Martins have changed position there. FIFA Beefy down in seventh position now. Winnie, getting a bit squirrely on the old rear there. So True Pots is going to be very hungry to get back that position there. Look at the top two, once again flying away from the rest of the field then. Must say then that it's very similar to real life Formula 1 bronzes, isn't it there? It seems like it's Formula 1, then Formula 1.5 is incredible. The pace of the top three this season. Who's that? McLaren and Brooks there just running out wide there. We have seen a lot of penalties for coming in the pits, and they have, if you've got issues with the penalties, make sure you've got your race director. For anyone who's for any drivers that are listening or any race engineers that is listening, make sure your driver has the race director there so that you can get rid of those 3-second penalties. Then, of course, as the stewards have deemed it to be an issue with the track, then rather than driving standards. 21 out of 29, 8 laps to go in this one. At the moment, there, Kiki leads this race. This is crucial, I think, for Kiki's championship now. With the rounds winding down, Hings is second, third is Winnie. Then we've got an almighty battle between True Pots, Casal, Brooksy, then followed by Dynamo Dan, FIFA, Lee, and Marsky, and of course Smithy Almighty as well. Just flicking it down to the bottom here as we got an incredible battle here, and I'm going to flick it back up to the top because True Pots is back past contact at the back and the rear of the Haas car. Now DRS will be on the other foot, and the DRS will be now. And look at that! There's no, we're going to have to swap everything because here comes Hings there. Hings is going to strengthen the in the World Championship, is he? No! Kiki is still marginally ahead then, as Winnie is going on the inside. Then it's no, it isn't because it's Dr. True Pots on the inside. He switches on the outside. My goodness me! And they're going to go side by side. I don't know what. Oh, magnificent stuff indeed. NASA Far special from last night. Incredible driving there there from Winnie up into third position, passes True Pots there. And Casal then, as he got the pace on those soft tyres there, we heard about the soft tyres, you heard about the soft tyres, Movement's got a 3-second penalty. Unfortunately, that one will not be rescinded, of course, because it was on the racing circuit then. Into turn one, Marsky, who's past Rocket Lee. Rocket Lee, a very unusual place to get past there for Rocket Lee. Must have missed a gear or something then, going over the start-finish line. Brooksy is having to do 6th position now. 8 points is going into the account for Brooksy. But Hings is still on course there for 18 points at the very least there. And once again, then we got some more action down this back straight. And Jay Hings is now what's Jay Hings going to do? There's a gap there, but he does not overtake. He chooses not to overtake that. Well, I assume he chooses. Oh my goodness me! And we're wearing the diffuser of the Williams car there of Winnie. Goodness gracious me! I feel like I was in Winnie's personal space there. Out of the chicane once again. Cassell on the soft tyres is not really making any headway at the moment there. Once again, Jay Hinks has not got past True Pots also on the outside, and he's through. Yes, Winnie into fourth position now. Cassell on the outside, but Winnie, is he going to do his new favourite party trick? Not quite this time. And Brooksy staying in 6th position, and Brooksy is there. But I'm wondering if Brooksy is just being calm and precise at the moment there, or is he trying to avoid this anarchy at the moment? But unfortunately, he's at the heart of the anarchy for Brooksy's point of view, and he probably really doesn't want to be, does he? But Cassell, I'm wondering if he's starting to struggle now with 7 laps to go on those soft tyres. It'd be interesting to see what the soft tyres are like then after 6-7 laps. Movement's tyres fell off the cliff there. Down in 40th position is Movement at the moment. Down in 13th is Serious Mushroom, who came in a lap later and lost all abundance amount of time. Back at the front, 4/10 of a second about that. Look at the gap. That's starting to form now. Slair's got a 3-second penalty. Brooksy is having a sniff then, but he decided against having a go down into turn 4, but he will have DRS now, won't he? And I think Brooksy now knows that it's his time to get moving, isn't it? Because that gap is starting to form. 7/10 of a second now between Cassell and Winnie. We got Winnie going for it, not quite then, and Brooksy has not got past yet. Serious Mushroom has got past Slayer and up into 12th position. I've got a really dry mouth then. Winnie now, nope, it isn't. It is Key. Is he going to lose? No, not quite then. As Jay Hings just looks like he hasn't got the pace there to get past at the moment. He with DRS there. And Winnie just drawn back as well. Brooksy's still in 6th position, and I'm surprised by that. I thought that Brooksy would have got past on that lap, but Cassell just about hanging in there at the moment, isn't he? But maybe he's not hanging in there. Maybe he is just biding his time, but it feels like the soft tyres are certainly getting to the edge of their performance window. Now across the line once again in this incredible battle. We had the safety car, a couple of laps ago, and goodness gracious me, in those couple of laps, the gap is up to about 3.5 seconds between 2nd and 3rd position. Just incredible stuff indeed that. Look, FIFA B-Feet now up in the 7th position as the medium tyres got off. Goodness me, we've been focusing on the soft tyres, but what about the medium runners there? Marsky all over the gearbox now, unless Dynamo Dan has got issues there in that second Aston Martin there. That will be devastating. That will be devastating for Dynamo Dan, the former runner-up in the Bronze Championship a few seasons ago. On the outside, Marsky goes. Dynamo Dan is staying on the inside. Great repelling of the attack there. And now then they're all over each other's wing mirrors once again then. My word there. Getting very fruitful, is it, down this back straight. There's Smithy in 10th position there. Smithy is usually higher up than this at this stage. There's a gap. He's going for it. Marsky is going for it. He has a look. Damn slams the door shut on the toes there over the of Marsky there. Marsky might have to get defensive here. No, he isn't, because Rocket Lee is actually putting pressure on him. Smithy Almighty. Cassell, I think it's just too far back to have a go. Just about. And Dr. True. Whoa, that's a snub of oversteer. Cassell off the circuit. He comes back on. It's a very dangerous part of the circuit, but Brooksy's through. Cassell down in 6th position. And he's got to get those tyres back into an operating window. Then they're going to be dirty now. They're going to be mucky, which they're going to have to get the dirt off of those tyres there. To get them working. Whew. In with 2 safety cars. Dynamo Dan is off in, and I thought, yes, he's got issues. The tyres are overheated then, and that caused the spin there. Lap 25 out of 29. Dynamo Dan there, be disappointed that. I don't think he's going to get any points now for the Aston Martin driver. He might be able to get fast that, but that is devastating. So Jay Hinks at the moment there is just going to be sat there quite happy at the moment, isn't he? And look, now Winnie is gone from attack to defence now, and oh gosh, there and was there a bit of contact then? Well, if I was there, Winnie is not having any of that then, is he? Because he's now got DRS as well. So it's going to be a drag race. Oh, look at that Aston Martin. Oh my goodness me. It's free abreast. They're ricocheting and the Red Bull of Casal is up there. And oh dear. And it was getting a bit fruitful there. Casal on the soft tyres, and his tyres are past their best now. He may struggle to recover from that. And the gap in the front has taken the lead. Jay Higgs has taken the lead here in Abu Dhabi. Brooksy's on the inside there, but Winnie's not giving up things. He's staying on the outside, ball banging of wheels, and Brooksy over the full position. But Winnie's got a 3-second penalty. He's back on the inside. He takes full position there. Winnie is not giving this one up, but he's out of DRS now from Jay Brooksy. No, from Dr. Drew Potts, that is. My word, that if I get any of these drivers' names right, it'd be a miracle, wouldn't it? Rocket Lee's got a 3-second penalty for going off the circuit, the Latifi corner. I'm surprised you can get the car off the circuit there, but that's how close these drivers are running against the walls. And on lap 26, driver of the day is out. Brooksy, Beefy, and Smithy is your drivers of the day then. That's very harsh on Winnie, because I would have put Winnie in for driver of the day. As we got Jay Hings now leads the way with Kiki in second position. Back on board then, unfortunately oh my word there, and where did that come from? That came out of nowhere. Wow, and that was an incredible maneuver. But but Winnie has taken back fourth position there. Brooksy then, Brooksy cannot afford to be damaged in this battle with Winnie. Winnie is just going for, he's going for some major points now. Brooksy is going for the championship here, and Winnie there is still fighting there. Brooksy is not giving up though, and Brooksy will have a good run now down into turn 9, I think it is, with FIFA also all over the gearbox as well. Brooksy on the outside. Brooksy takes the position there. More contact there. Brooksy's off the circuit there as Winnie has touched Brooksy, and Brooksy's recovered, but it's lost an abundance amount of time here. And Marsky's back up into 6th position. Oh gosh. And Kiki has taken the lead. What's happened? Jay Hinks has dropped off at the back there. Kiki has taken the lead then. Has this air balloon for gamesmanship here. We've seen this all over the season in Bronze now. But I don't think he wants to get that far in front, does he? FIFA Beefy, Brooksy, and Swift Almighty for driver today. I am absolutely knackered in this race. Incredible stuff indeed. Kiki leads Jay Hings in second position. Dr. True Potts third, Winnie in fourth position. Interested to know what your thoughts are on that, a clash between Winnie and Brooksy. It was getting very frightful, wasn't it, between the two cars. Brooksy down into ninth position now. Lap 27 out of 29. This race is far from done. I feel there's going to be a lot of ups and lots of downs in this one to come. Winnie is now going to have to get defensive from FIFA Beefy, who is driving out of his skin in this race. And here he comes on the inside, and look at that, and those hard tires, are they now getting the fruitfulness of those hard tires? And he's also got a great run off of that chicane as well. I think Winnie is still going to be in the slipstream, because here's Marsky. I don't know how Marsky's doing this on these soft tires. That's incredible stuff indeed. Marsky could be on course for maybe fourth position here with the penalties just in front of us here. Incredible stuff indeed. And there are the penalties. 6 seconds for Winnie, unfortunately. The Swan Shanks them to 11th position now, and he could, Rocket Lee almost into the back there in contact between Brooksy and Rocket Lee as well. Brooksy, unfortunately Brooksy went to the back of the Ferrari, but I think he was more incited than anything else. And back at this battle here, FIFA has had a bit of a difficult final sector there, which has meant that Winnie is now all over his gearbox. 2 to go in this one there. Edge of your seat stuff. Dodge True Potts and FIFA. No, Dodge True Potts and Winnie have got 6 seconds penalties, which they're going to drop down the order. Don't ask me where though. Oof, my word, and oh gosh, I've also got sweat patches all under my mum boobs here as well. Shocking. 8/10 of a second the gap is between the top two. Winnie then and Kiki is currently battling for the lead of this incredible Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, as there is the detection zones now. Just watching watch the McLaren here. I think that Super might have a lunge in the hairpin of turn 9, and up the inside goes Winnie. Passes passes FIFA Beefy, but FIFA Beefy, I think, is going to. And look at Kiki's. They've both been harvested. That's incredible. They've both been harvested, and both of them have somehow pulled away from the rest of the field. And then FIFA Beefy on the outside, Winnie's on the inside. Winnie is not giving this one up there without a fight, is he? But FIFA is through. No, but we know what good Winnie is on the outside, but Winnie has to admit defeat at that stage. Marsky in 6, Marsky on soft tires as well. Brooksy in 9th position there. Brooks has got one more lap then to see if he's going to finish behind Serious Mushroom as well at this rate. Is Brooksy not ideal at all? There is Mushroom a second and a half back then. Sorry, 2.5 seconds back at the moment for Brooksy. So Brooksy needs to get a move on this final lap then. It hasn't got anything left, but oh no, Donovan Dan has had, what a shame. Then the final third of this race has been a nightmare for the former runner-up in bronze. That is such a shame for such a shame there for Donovan down then. And now as we come down the back straight for the final time then, and here comes Jay Hings. I remember that these guys have been playing cat and mouse all season for the DRS, and at the moment there it is 5/10 of a second. Is that enough for Winnie? Has Winnie got for Jay Hings? Has Jay Hings got anything left in the tank? Winnie is up in the 4th position now. He does have a penalty now. I'm wondering if FIFA Beefy might just keep her there. Kiki has survived the final DRS straight as well. Incredible that they've just been playing cat and mouse with each other. Brooksy's been given a 5-second penalty for cutting the chicane. We did not see that on stream. We cannot judge that, but Brooksy, it's all falling apart for the man who's second in the World Championship. FIFA Beefy now in the 5th position. He'll be into a net third at the end of this one. As Duncan Davis got past Cassell. Nightmare day for Red Bull. And now Kiki coming out to the final turn, and Kiki is going to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. His 6th win of his career for Kiki. And this is crucial. Is he back in the championship fight there with only 7 rounds to go in this World Championship? Kiki and Jay Hings once again putting on a clinic at Grand Prix racing. Oh my goodness gracious me. So what an incredible end to that race there. What an incredible race all around, my word. And I think as Brooksy finished 9th position, I think now, so he will get those 2 points there. But it's Kiki who won his 6th race of his career, and Jay Hings is second there. Jay Hings extensively in the championship. Extensively in the championship, it goes up to 20 points. Took me a very long time to figure that one out. Oh my word. We've got yellow flags there. Swanshanks. Is he retired? Swanshanks retired, has he? I'm not sure. We'll have a look at that. Slayer gets the point for fast lap as well, as Dynamite Dan crawls back in 18th position there. But it's Kiki, Grand Prix winner, number 6 now for Kiki in his career. And as we mentioned then, the pressure was on, I think, for Kiki in this one there, because he needed that. I think he needed that win tonight, didn't he, for Kiki? And he has certainly delivered, hasn't he? And he's honed back in there. But he needs more race where Jay Hings does not pick up 2nd position. I think that is going to be crucial in the rundown for the championship there. Rocket Lee, sorry Brooks if we touch coming out of the hairpin there. Absolute shocking. I haven't played the game well. Feels like a first timer. Serious Russian is happy he'll take P7 there as well. FIFA Beefy drove the day then, because FIFA Beefy, a great performance today for FIFA Beefy. And I think that's his first podium of the season one. That's also Aston Martin's first podium as well. Final classification from this enthralling Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. 5/10 of a second separates Kiki and Jay Hings. Kiki getting his 6th win of his career. Jay Hings 2nd today. That is more than enough for in terms of his championship battle. FIFA Beefy, his first podium, I think, in bronze. Brilliant stuff in 3rd position. Marsky in 4th. I don't know how he got the soft turns at the end there. Incredible stuff. 5th is Smithy Almighty with 6th position. Dr. Truepot, Serious Mushroom in 7th. Rocket Lead, the 2nd top 10 finish of the season, with Winnie in 9th position there. 10th position, Vintage, great drive from Vintage. Cassell 12th. Moomin 13th. 14th, Duncan Day. Fast lap for Slayer. 16th for Donovan Dan. Brooks, who was actually 9th position there, wasn't he, with Winnie in 10th. And Swanshanks, I don't know where he finished there, but he didn't retire. Scuba Stew retired, and so did Styles as well. 2 retirements in this one. And Kiki, your 6th Grand Prix win of your career, but potentially could be crucial. However, it's still a steep hill to climb in the championship, though.
Aye, it is. FIFA Beefy, mute your mic, please. Yeah, it's going to be a hard climb to get Jay Hings and Brooksy. But yeah, Jay Hings pushed me all the way this race. I think we both did, to be honest. I would just swap them first place. And then yeah, obviously I came out on top, which I'm happy about.
And I was surmising in the commentary box that potentially that you dropped both you and Jay Hings there was probably doing a bit of gamesmanship with the DRS again and potentially yours. Was that the case, or was you both driving flat out?
I was just trying to. Well, I was staying behind him, saving my ERS. Obviously, I don't know what he was doing. Obviously, I think we had the 4 second gap against second place. I mean third place, and obviously none of us had penalties, so I wanted to stay behind him, get my ERS up, and I think about I think I took over on a 27th lap or something like that, and I started going for it, and then on the last straight, I think I had 8 tenths on him. Then on the second last straight, I had like 7 tenths on him. Then I just knew he wasn't going to overtake me through the obviously third sector.
I put a lot of pressure on you at the beginning of this race. I was saying that you got pole position, you needed to win this race, and you certainly delivered with a superb race today. But Jay Hings there is just ever present. He's Mr. Consistent, always getting podiums in this season. And how are you going to be able to catch him up in the championship, or do you feel the championship's gone already?
Probably just going to have to pay someone to take him out, to be honest, because like you say, he's just consistent on the podiums. So yeah, don't know what to do.
And we go into Australia next week. Then, how are you feeling then for next week in Australia? Then, of course, a completely different racetrack. Do you reckon you can get win number 4 for the season?
To be honest, I haven't even done a lap around Australia, but I do the 100% race tomorrow, so I'll get a bit of practice in that. But yeah, I've not done one lap in Australia.
Well, are you feeling nervous then about the lack of experience then going down under?
Always. I'm nervous
stuff.
even when I'm just racing. Like even if I practice, I'm still nervous. Obviously, because Jay Hings and Brooksy and everyone else, like Cassell's did good today. Obviously, FIFA Beefy got third. Obviously, Dr. Troops came in for Seeker Smirk, and obviously qualified fourth, fifth. Obviously, they're all fast drivers, so obviously you always get nervous.
Well, I get nervous just watching you guys race. Incredible stuff. Well done today, Kiki. Your 6th win of your career. Magnificent stuff indeed. Jay Hings, you got second today. I just mentioned that you're a point scoring machine, and this is your 7th podium in 10 races. There, you are just ever present there. Do you feel that you can now start to relax leading the championship?
No, I don't think you can ever really relax when you're in a championship fight. You've got to be consistent every race, and I think aiming for that podium every race is kind of almost a must, because say you have one bad week, that could be 25 points gone easily, so you can't rest.
Today, then, you and Kiki was very much in a league of your own, really. You two were just absolutely flying away. Was you keeping an eye on where Brooksy was in the Grand Prix at all, or was you just focused on the race win?
I knew where Brooksy was for most of the race because I was in a party with him, so I kind of heard about his progress and what he was doing. But I think in terms of driving, you can only really focus on what you're doing, kind of making sure you're in the best position for yourself in terms of stuff like tyres and ERS.
And in qualifying, you heard Brooksy seemed to have an issue coming into the pit lane. Did that change your strategy at all? Then did you think I don't have to worry about the race so much?
No, it definitely doesn't change the qualifying, because obviously qualifying's just kind of got to give it flat out. But I've been very comfortable this season in that kind of 3-car DRS train that we've had quite often with me, Kiki, and Brooksy. So changing that from a 3 to a 2-car DRS train doesn't really change anything for me.
And of course, then a great race between yourself and Kiki today. You said it didn't change much then. But again, very similar tactics. And both of you was very much harvesting your urge until the very last lap. You had 73% somehow. I have no idea how you do harvest and still was pulling away from the field. That's incredible. But was that your game plan? Was it to launch a all-out attack on the final lap?
Yeah, I think from like after the last safety car, I used like 10% on the restart, and then I didn't touch it again until lap 27, I think it was, which is when Kiki started pushing, so I had to use a bit to kind of stay with him. I think the reason he was able to get away, he just had a bit more straight line speed than me, as well as we probably both had enough ERS to just burn for the whole lap. So I think maybe in hindsight, being behind was the wrong decision, but you can't get it right every time.
It's very difficult to actually decide which position's best, because it seems to be up and down in every race, doesn't it? And going into Australia next week, then there's 4 DRS zones there next week. We've heard that Kiki has not turned a wheel in Australia yet. How do you feel about that? Then do you have the advantage over Kiki?
I mean, it's obviously nice to hear that your rivals are uncomfortable with a track or haven't got practice or whatever. But I think by the time we get there, it'll be a different story for Kiki. We'll have practice and kind of experience. But I like Australia. A lot of high speed turns, so it's all about kind of carrying that speed. And I think I've been better at that than last season in this season. So I'm confident going into Australia.
Thank you very much. And the top 2 in the championship, goodness gracious me, then is going to be, the top 3 in the championship is going to be very much winding its way to the final stage of this World Championship. And FIFA Beefy finished third today, your first podium in bronze then, but I must say that you two, not you two, you 7 or 8 in the midfield then, you started the show today. Absolutely incredible stuff then. Of course, Kiki and Jay Hinks there only had to deal with each other. You had to deal with 10 other drivers there. Talk us about the challenges of the midfield.
I know. I thought I messed it up when I went for mediums on the first one and I had to go for hards. Everyone around me was on mediums and I just thought I wasn't even going to get in the points, but they just... I think my teammate helped me. I think he just pulled back a bit and kept me in DRS, and everyone in front was just fighting, and then Marv's softs died, and then other stuff happened, and yeah, and obviously I got lucky with the penalties as well, didn't I? But I didn't let many people pass today. I was good at defending, wasn't I?
You certainly was. And of course, you also was on the hard tyres on the last stint as well. And I was up and on whether that was the right decision or not, and it looked to be the right decision because all of a sudden...
I didn't have another choice though, did I? I'd done medium, so I had to.
Oh, did you?
I was going to do medium soft, but then there was a safety car come out and I was like, softs aren't going to go. I'll go hards. And it worked.
It certainly did, because it really got you in the ballpark then. When you was in that final battle then, you were saying about how difficult it was, just with all the anarchy going on, but you had a great defending. What was you thinking though the last couple of laps then? Did you think a podium was still on, knowing what penalty situation was like?
Well, it was only 3 seconds at the time, and then I think the podium was like just over 3 seconds. I thought I might be able to bring it in with fresher tyres. Then he got a 6, and then I knew it was fine. I was still keeping my eye on Miles a bit, but I know his tyres were just gone. So yeah, I could see the podium last 3 or 4 laps. I was like, come on, don't crash, don't crash.
And how difficult was it not to crash in that final stage there? Your tyres would have been in a nice, good condition then, but how difficult was it not to send it on your rivals?
I don't know, I was shaking on that. I just need to get it home, because I remember once I nearly won here, didn't I? And then I got took out last lap, so yeah, happy to get my first podium.
And is this now a change of fortune? Do you think that this is like the first of many for the remainder of the season for yourself and Aston?
Hopefully, because my practice was horrible. I couldn't do a lap after 20%, but the race was good. I do like this track, so yeah, Australia next, normally good there.
And you look forward then to Australia then. How are you feeling then for next week?
Oh yeah, you're always in a good mood after a good result, aren't you?
I wouldn't know, to be honest. I've never had a good result. Very good stuff indeed there. Well done today, FIFA. Brilliant drive to your first podium in bronze. Fantastic stuff. Well done to Kiki getting his 6th win of his career. And Jay Higgs extended in the World Championship. The gap is now 20 points between Brooksy and Kiki, between Brooksy and Jay Higgs. Kiki is just further afield as well then, but it's not. It's all to play for, I think, with just 7 rounds to go. That's it for me. Tomorrow night, though, it is the 100% Realistic League, and I'm looking forward to that one. That is going to be a doozy of a race, isn't it, in Australia? I love Down Under. I hope you do as well. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.